Right then everyone, hello from EGX 2014 in London. It's 1001up.com, and this time I am with Dan, who is the lead designer on Calvino Noir. So Dan, first of all, thank you very much for joining us. Can you tell us about the game?
So it's the film noir heist game. It's a little bit of a mashup between adventure and stealth. So on one side you're exploring the game, you're exploring environments, you're following this narrative along, this 1930s European narrative. And on the other side, you're sneaking into high-tech buildings, you're sneaking through big nets of guards, finding your objectives and sneaking back out again.
Fantastic. And one of the things we asked earlier, and you kind of gave us an explanation, was where the name Calvino came from. So the noir kind of follows on from the film part, but yeah. The Calvino, where does that trace its roots? So
it's very much in the honor of Calvino, who's the Italian author. He's written some quite kind of like books that were influenced by me and my friends at university. I studied architecture, and we were. He was quite a kind of notorious character in terms of his literature is very hard to read. It's very heavy reading. It's very intellectual. It's quite intense. And the original concept and pitch for the game was it was somewhere between his intellectual approach to describing and the kind of the depth of narrative that you get from some of Italo Calvino's works, and then the film noir, which is a lot more theatrical, a lot more romantic, a lot more mass market. And that makes for a kind of good, slow-paced, get yourself involved in the universe, the concept of the game, rather than dashing from A to B to try and get to your objective. And it's about immersing yourself in this world, but then on the other side, it's also about this deep gameplay experience of sneaking through this storyline. What you're doing matters. Oh, fantastic! And so tell us what you're most proud of in the game. It's got to be the artwork. I think it's about capturing the lighting and the shadow and the volume fog and so on from noir, and it's been a kind of a work in progress. We didn't really know how it was going to turn out, and at some points we thought, it might not actually, this could be a disaster, and it's just kind of come together in the last couple of months where it's started to look kind of like a version of how we imagined it. So. No, and you were very kind to let me have a playthrough earlier, and yeah, it does do that. It really has that kind of film noir vibe, and I certainly enjoyed my time with the game. So of course, the last and probably the most pertinent question for the people watching this is when's it going to be available? When can we see it, and which platforms is it going to be out on? So we want to do a simultaneous launch on Steam and iOS around the end of the year. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so you heard it. Keep your eyes open for this at the end of the year. Calvino Noir from Dan and the teams. Trust me, I've played it. It's a lot of fun, and hopefully you'll enjoy it too. Dan, thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing how this progresses. Cheers. Thanks, guys.